Welcome back to Game 2 of the NIHL Game of the Week doubleheader here on the NIHL TV network, powered by Stream Sports Midwest, alongside Eric Willowhite. My name is Aaron Shallon. In Game 2, we'll see the Northbrook Bluehawks taking on the Leafs in Peewee 12U action. Let's take a quick look at where these two teams fall in the seeding rounds. This is the final seeding game, final seeding day for all of these teams, and Northbrook comes in scuffling a bit, 1-8 on the season. They won their first seeding round game and then proceeded to lose their next 8. They are 1-8, while the Leafs are 5-3-1, currently sitting in fifth place, a point behind the Cyclones. Last time out for Northbrook was yesterday up at the Northbrook Sports Center. They dropped a 4-3 decision to the Cyclones. While on the other side, the Leafs last time out was 2 days ago, was on Friday night. A 1-0 victory over Winnetka. So the Leafs in kind of middle of the pack in the standings, while Northbrook looking to create some good habits here in their final seeding game of the season. All the NIHL teams, as I mentioned, are close, not close to. This is the end of their seeding round play. Each team is working to collect the points that prove they belong in their competitive level for regular season play. Keep your eye on the NIHL.info website and the NIHL Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram pages for upcoming broadcasts of NIHL games. Our upcoming broadcasts from November through early February will be all the NIHL regular season games. Keep an eye out for that upcoming schedule. Game 1 was a fun one, Eric. That was the Vipers and the Leafs in some 10U action. We saw a couple of hat tricks and a 7-5 Leafs victory in that Squirt 10U matchup. That was
high octane, if there ever was high octane.
Yeah.
And we mentioned it on the broadcast. At one point, the Leafs had a 6-2 lead. And then in turn, after that, the Vipers turned it on, finished up as a 7-5 game. But to go from 6-2 to 7-5 was pretty crazy.
Yeah, to watch the Vipers. I mean, they battled through to the end, and they didn't quit. And good on them. It's what you teach these guys: play to the final whistle, play to the final bell, and that's what they did. So we're about underway here for the 12U matchup. Leafs again in their home whites with the black pants, blue lettering, blue numbers, while the Northbrook Bluehawks look very New York Ranger-esque.
Yes.
In their dark blue with the red and white stripes, red numbers piped in white. So if you're the Bluehawks, you come in 1-8, again, just looking to create some good habits as you get into regular season play. Try to walk out of this kind of with a learning experience and trying to take some positives out of this seeding round. And, as of tomorrow, everything starts over, right? Everything starts over. You're going to be lined up with other teams that are kind of in your same skill level. So we'll start to see a lot of hopefully a lot of highly competitive, close games here over the next 3 or 4 months.
All right, so who are you going with your goaltending guess for the Bluehawks?
We got 2 goalies. I'm going to go with.
Well, it's already skating over.
It's number 50, Dylan Martyr. That's who I was going to go with anyway.
Sure you were.
Yeah, number 50, Dylan Martyr will get the start for Northbrook, while Kyle Suchecki, down to our left, number 13 in white. It's. We just got done doing the 10U game. It's amazing to me how much physically larger the 12U kids are than the 10U kids. You forget how much they grow, between those ages. But
the parents don't forget. Yeah. They're buying the food for them. So
I feel that. I got 3 kids in that age range. So on the draw here for the Leafs will be Bree D'Souza. The draw is won by the Leafs. Northbrook has it now into the offensive zone, and we are underway here in Game 2 of this NIHL Game of the Week double header. Puck finds its way below the red line. Leafs have it, get it up, taken away by Northbrook. Walking in at the point, puck, into the crease area. The puck squirts out, and D'Souza comes out the other way with it. Bree bangs into Dugalek. Over to the far corner, Reagan Martin down low. Back to the point, tipped forward and kicked ahead by Northbrook, but he forgot something. That is Strakowski. Has to go back to get his stick, and that gives the Leafs an opportunity to come the other direction with it. D'Souza again. The Leafs now. Jacob Johnson puts that one wide of the net. Up around the near boards, kept in by Farrell, put towards the goal. Northbrook now. Backhanded forward. That's Sorial. Is able to get the puck up and out.
That was a Farrell. I noticed that name. We had a Farrell in the first Leafs game, too.
A long morning for the Farrell parents here at the Canlan Ice Arena.
At least the games are back-to-back,
Yeah,
though.
that's right.
Hopefully they don't have a third son playing in the next one.
Or in the game that's behind us. There's another Leafs game going on behind us right now. Down below the red line, Northbrook has it off the back of the net, wrap around and in. Absolutely beautiful play there by the Bluehawks. And I'm going to get a number here for you, but he put that off the strings, and that was number 88. That's Ethan Spiegel, Eric. He put that puck off the back of the net, tricked everybody, came back the other direction and tucks it in, and Northbrook takes a 1-0 lead.
You mentioned it. I mean, that was such a pretty wraparound. Wide open net there on the far post, and Spiegel just took advantage of that. Nicely done.
Hey, you don't see that a lot where he actually put it off the strings off the back of the net. Usually it's off the back of the dasher or, off the boards. But this was literally off the net itself. Nicely done. Northbrook jumping out early against a Leafs team that 5-3-1 coming into seeding play. Also for the puck. And Northbrook will take control of it. Thrown forward into the Leafs zone. McNamara. Over to Josh Heacock. Knocked away from him. And Zanders. Ford Zanders now has it tipped away. Taken right back by Northbrook. Walking in. In all alone. Attempt shot off the near post by, that was Loicano. Shot whistles wide into the far corner.
Bluehawks, he had some good looks here, Aaron.
Yeah, they don't look like a 1-8 team, Eric.
Oh.
Other direction, come the Leafs. That's Heacock. Heacock into the high slot area, put in, and nice glove save made by Martyr. Yeah, they certainly don't look like a 1-8 team here in the first handful of minutes. They've had the better of the opportunities, and they have a 1-0 lead. Northbrook now control the puck, backhanded forward, and kept in at the point by Nolan Tripto. Scales it back around.
I don't know if that's a good hockey name.
Yeah, anything with trip or rough or anything like that.
Yes.
You don't want to have in your name as a hockey player.
It's immediate referee bias.
Kept in at the point by Dylan Imsey. Down low, Northbrook below the red line. Stick handling out. Up along the near half boards. Kept in by Tripto again. In between the face-off dots, and Northbrook is able to skate it out this time. That should be whistled down for an offsides, but it's not. Tripto down behind his net. Tries to come out the other way with it. It's tangled up down there with Strakowski. Dylan Imsey, Strakowski and Imsey down low. Strakowski digs it out. Opportunity there. Save made by Sucheski.
Nice play, though, just digging it out of that near corner and getting the shot attempt off, even though it was a low danger chance. Still, as we always mention, puck on net.
Put the puck on net, good things happen. Yeah, absolutely. So we got Abigail Deemer checking in from Canada.
Yes.
Rooting for the Leafs and specifically Mr. Josh Heacock. So welcome to those of you joining Eric and I this morning for Game 2 of the NIHL Game of the Week doubleheader here from West Dundee. First game saw the 10 and under Leaf squad win 7-5. Big collision down low. Scrum for the puck right at the red line. Squirts out. And Northbrook. And we're going to have a penalty there. That's a knee-on-knee hit.
That is not good.
Yeah, that's going to be Brendan McNamara is going to go to the box. And
that's a dangerous play.
Yeah, knee-on-knee collision right at the blue line. I think that's Adam Poppelmeyer, number 40, who is down.
Yeah, that was a dangerous play there.
Yeah, open ice, two players skating opposite directions, and it did look a little bit like Brendan got that left leg out and tripped up Adam Poppelmeyer, who's being tended to by his coaches. Everybody down on a knee here.
Referee's talking it over in front of the penalty box there, so right at the moment they haven't discussed anything with the penalty box officials.
That'll be at least two, of course, at least two, but potentially more if they think that that leg was stuck out intentionally. We'll see what the end result is.
I don't know. They don't seem to have a sense of urgency in terms of communicating to the officials. They are waiting to hear from the referee what the call is.
Yeah, I mean, if any of you have ever gone knee to knee with somebody, that's incredibly painful.
Yeah.
As Adam is now sitting up, which is a good sign.
You shouldn't be waiting, though. I hope they're not waiting for, like, the condition of the player to, like, the severity of the penalty. That should have nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
Oh, now you see that?
Yeah, he's having some trouble skating. He's having some trouble. Yeah, he's not putting any
can't put any weight on
that right leg, so he's being escorted off by a teammate and a coach.
That is.
You hate to see it. I mean, you hate to see it at any level. You hate to see professionals get hurt, but especially kids when, they're out here just trying to have fun, and an unfortunate collision there at the blue line.
Referee's still talking it over.
Yeah.
They got to make a call here on something.
Well, there is only 2 minutes up on the board. Brendan McNamara is going to be in the box for at least 2.
All right, so now there is a conversation with the official, and they are going to, I think they're adding additional penalty. The Leafs coach is protesting, but we have a severely injured player because of that play.
Yeah, and that's going to be it for Brendan McNamara. He's moving. He's going to the box, or he's going to the locker room. So he's getting
knee on knee.
2 and 10. 2 and 10.
Knee on knee is what I don't know if it's 2 on 10 or a game misconduct. If it's 2 on 10, that makes sense, but.
Well, if it was if it was a 5-minute major, it'd be a 5-minute up on the board. So there's only 2 minutes up there right now. It's weird to see a 2 and 10. It's weird to see a 2-minute penalty followed by a 10-minute misconduct.
Yeah.
But I have a feeling that's what we're dealing with here, unless they change what's going up on the scoreboard.
Me personally, I think it's the right call because
they did change it. They changed it to a 5 and 10, so it's a 5-minute major and a 10-minute misconduct. So 5-minute major penalty here on the board. So an opportunity for the Bluehawks.
And to me, it wasn't so much the length of the power play. It was the misconduct.
Right.
And trying to send a message like that type of play, even if there was not intent, it's just a dangerous play.
It is. Right. Absolutely. So Northbrook is going to be a skater up for the next 5. Leafs are able to get the puck out. Chasing it down will be Brody Fetterman. Actually, that's going to find its way all the way down on Dylan Martyr, who will cover up for a whistle. So just to reset, 7:09 left to go here in period number 1. Northbrook with a 1-0 lead over the Leafs. An early goal by Ethan Spiegel. Face off to the right of Martyr. Bree D'Souza on the draw. Won by Northbrook. Banged up off the boards. And Northbrook not able to dig it out. They do take it here on their second chance. Puck put ahead to Spiegel. Down low is Tripto. Tripto behind the net, up off the far boards. And worked out by the Leafs. Nicely done by the Leafs to work that puck out of the zone along the boards to kill some power play time. Offsides whistled down. Faceoff will come in the neutral zone.
Kind of fortunate there because, was it number 19? Tyler Strakowski had lost an edge and his stick when he fell down.
It's the second time Tyler's dropped that stick. They're going to have to glue it to his gloves, I think.
Old Lester Hayes, stick him.
That's right. Spiegel has the puck. Goal scorer for Northbrook, and that is another offsides as Strakowski in ahead of the play. A bit of a choppy start to this man advantage for Northbrook. We're exactly 1 minute into it. 4 minutes left on the major penalty to Brendan McNamara. Knee-on-knee collision right at the Northbrook blue line. Bluehawks looking to take advantage here. They have a 1-0 lead. Puck back to the blue line, kept in by the Bluehawks, flipped forward. Leafs try to get it up along the far near half boards. They can't. Strakowski down low. Has it in the corner. Back to the point to Dugalek. Dugalek throws it back to Strakowski. Strakowski now low of the blue line, throws it into the slot area. The puck's in the paint, and it is covered up by Suchecki. Faceoff's going to come to the left of Kyle Suchecki with his team down 1-0 here in the first period. 5:55 left to go, 3.5 left on the major penalty. Faceoff to the right of the Leafs goaltender. That'll be John Loicano on the draw. Leafs centerman being thrown out of the faceoff dot. He's unsure why. It's Rustin Angarola thrown out of the faceoff dot with some aggression by that official.
He'll have none of it.
Right. It wasn't just you're out of the box. It wasn't just you're out of the circle. It was get out of the circle. Back at the point, shot whistles in, deflected down, played with a high stick.
Yeah.
And that faceoff's going to come all the way down to the right. Didn't look like the puck was that high, but you got to remember these kids aren't that tall. So a high stick, the puck doesn't have to be more than 3.5 or 4 feet off the ice.
That is true.
Faceoff's going to come all the way down to the left of Dylan Martyr. But it was a good attempt. It was a good opportunity by Fetterman there from the point to try to throw that tippable shot in. Just got it a little too high. Draws one by the Leafs. They have it near side, put towards the goal, deflected into the behind the net. Northbrook will skate out with it. Bluehawks along the far side. Put forward, nice tape-to-tape pass to Sorial. Sorial misplays it, and Tripto is able to backhand it into the Northbrook zone, where Fetterman.
This could be a pretty big penalty kill for the Leafs. You know, they haven't really had a whole lot of things going their way so far, but they kill off a 5-minute major that could get the bounce that they're looking for.
Yeah, and if you're Northbrook, again, came into this game 1-8. Here's an opportunity shot, save made by Martyr. If you're Northbrook coming into this game 1-8, and if you're the Leafs, you don't want to let Northbrook to continue to build up the momentum and take a 2-goal lead here.
Right.
So kill off this power play and then go from there. Reagan Martin on the forecheck. Northbrook pinned in their zone here, in their offensive zone here a little bit on the man advantage. Kept in again by Triptos, and a really nice job defensively here in the first period. He's been very noticeable out there for the Leafs.
Yeah, you've called his name a lot.
Other direction. It's a number I don't have on my roster, unfortunately. It's a number 98. I don't have number 98 on my Northbrook lineup, so I apologize for that. If you know who number 98 is, please let me know. But here's an opportunity for the Blackhawks. Bluehawks. Right pad save made by Suchecki. Back to the point. Dugalek has it into the body of Reagan Martin. Martin tries to stick handle around a couple of players. He can't. Dugalek gets it back, comes the other direction, up into center ice, across the blue line. Leafs get the puck out. Race for the puck here. Rustin Angarola. That's 65. That's Clutch. Clutch centers it through the crease. Comes out the other side. Down low. D'Souza. D'Souza puts it out in front of the net, and the Bluehawks are able to avoid trouble for a minute. Shot from the point doesn't make it through. Down to a minute left on the major penalty. So the Leafs have done a nice job. Here comes Clutch. Clutch puts the bad angle shot, goes all the way through the paint, comes out the other side, dumped in deep by Matthew Davis. Davis has it behind the puck, puts it in the slot area, shot, safe, rebound. Clutch not able to bang it home. Another opportunity here for Davis. Davis knocked down. Nobody knows where the puck is.
Oh, wow.
Davis knocked down behind the net, no whistle. And Northbrook comes out the other way with it. Davis got put down hard there, but no penalty called. Best opportunity of the period for the Leafs right there, shorthanded. Combination of Matthew Davis and Stephen Clutch.
I think Davis came up a little sore after that hit. He's in a little bit of distress on the Leafs bench.
D'Souza.
Oh, another player down.
Out to the neutral zone. Brie D'Souza, and we're going to have a slashing call here, all called on Northbrook, as Brie D'Souza was coming through center ice, and the Northbrook skater just chopped down on her stick there. It's going to be number 2. Oh, that's number
3.
Number 3. Yeah, it's number 3. Mark Sorial, who's going to go for the slash. So that's going to do it on the major penalty. 8 seconds left of a 4-on-4, and then for a minute 52, the Leafs will have a power play of their own here in the first period. Northbrook gets it out. Leafs turn around and bang it right back in. Jacob Johnson down low. Strakowski behind his net. Skates through, gets tripped, and that's going to do it on the Leafs power play, as Stephen Clutch is going to go for tripping. So we saw a lot of this in the first game, Eric, right?
I was just going to say that. We picked up where we left off.
Yeah, penalty on one team followed immediately by a penalty on the other. So 4-on-4 now for the next minute 39 as Clutch goes to the box for the trip. 1-0, Bluehawks with the lead. 2 minutes, 16 seconds left to go in period number 1.
Well, at least both teams, you get a little bit more open ice now.
Yeah, we saw 4-on-3 in that last game.
Yeah, we haven't seen that too often in NIHL.
Puck down low, tiptoe.
Especially 10U.
Loses the puck. It's the attempted wraparound by Strakowski goes wide. Up along the far boards and skated out now by Josh Eacock. Eacock comes up 1-on-4. Skates it into the middle of the ice on the backhand. Good defense there by Fetterman. Fetterman comes out the other side. Brody Fetterman now with some space along the far side across the red line. Across the blue line, cuts it back into the middle. Fetterman walks in, has it tipped away at the last minute. Gets it back, though, top of the near faceoff dot. Puck batted away. Strakowski misses, whiffs on the shot, and it's cleared forward. Here comes Strakowski into the high slot area. Puck bounces around and squirts out of the zone. Put back into the Leafs zone, where Johnson will chase it down. Jacob Johnson tries the self pass a little bit too far ahead of him. Cleared down the other end. No icing. Ford Zanders down there. Tries to play it, misplays it. Northbrook has the puck behind the Leafs net. Strakowski 1-on-2, battling. Little guy battling down there against 2 bigger players. Came out with the puck. And here come the Leafs the other direction. Johnson takes it wide. Puts it towards the goal, deflected away. That was a dangerous tip there by Dugalek. And the power play, the penalty is up on Northbrook. So they've got a brief man advantage, about 10 seconds here. That's whistled down for an offsides. With 24 seconds left in the first period, 8 seconds left on the power play. 1-0 Northbrook with the lead. I mentioned in the pregame, Northbrook had come in. They had lost their last 8 games but looking to finish the seeding round strong here with a victory over a 5-3-1 Leafs 12 and under team. That'll do it on the penalty to Stefan Clutch, who's coming out of the box right now. Puck out to center ice, thrown ahead to Clutch. Here comes Clutch one-on-one. Clutch takes it wide. The shot just misses the far high corner. Good attempt. Try to go upstairs and just over the net. And that will do it for the first period. And a good first period for the Bluehawks. They will take a 1-0 lead into period number 2.
Yeah, a very good period for the Bluehawks. Again, as you mentioned, coming in with 8 straight losses, getting the first goal in this game and getting it early gave them a boost of confidence. They did have a 5-minute major that they were really unable to get anything generated on. So the Leafs, even though they're down 1, they're still in a good position here.
Yep, the Chicago Blackhawks are proud to sponsor the Northern Illinois Hockey League. Hawks fans, be sure to follow these upcoming games. Tonight, 6 p.m., the Blackhawks host the Minnesota Wild. Tuesday night, they take on to the New York Islanders. And then Thursday, November 3rd, they will host the Los Angeles Kings. Don't miss the Chicago Blackhawks in action. Chicago Blackhawks are proud to announce that the Chicago Blackhawks intermission and Junior Hawks pregame skates are now available for select dates this season. Contact Ben Ostler at 312-455-7096 to register your teams today. So, yeah, fun first period. Bluehawks take a 1-0 lead. They scored early in that period. Ethan Spiegel, with a nice individual effort, was behind the net. He backhanded the puck off the strings, off the back of the net. Everybody just went past him. The goalie came to the near post. He went back around the net the other way and tucked it into an open net on the far side to give the Bluehawks a 1-0 lead. As we go into the second period, the teams will switch sides. So Dylan Martyr will now be down to our left, while Kyle Suchecki will be to our right. No penalties. The board is clear. We've got some 5-on-5 hockey. Eventually, the Leafs only have 4 skaters out there. Now they've got 5.
That's how confident they are.
Blake Eastman, a late addition. Draws one back by the Leafs. First one on, it's going to be Blake Silverman, number 26. Behind the net, there's Tiptoe again. Tripto gets it up along the far boards. And I guess, deflect into the bench? Deflected into the Northbrook bench.
A timely Addams Family music drop here for Halloween.
So apparently Mason, who's a member of the Leafs organization, is sick at home watching the game and rooting on his team. So get better, Mason. Your guys will try to get you a W here this Sunday morning. Shot from the far half boards, a nice accurate shot, and Suchecki's forced to make the save here.
Yeah, I like how Suchecki handled that one, very calm, and just pin it up against that far post. Save for another day.
29 seconds here into the second period, still 1-0, Northbrook with the lead. Backhanded towards the net, and Suchecki will.
Oh.
No, he doesn't cover up, and they're waving it off. The officials lost the puck, and they're waving the goal off. So unfortunate there for Northbrook, as Kyle, that puck got through him. The refs lost it, blew the whistle, and Northbrook was able to tuck it home, but after that whistle blew.
I was just getting ready to say we've had 3 stoppages of play in the first 40 seconds, but there was.
Yeah.
But that was they do what they have to do when they lose sight of the puck.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, that's exactly what an official is supposed to do. It's unfortunate for Northbrook that it ended in a goal, but when the ref loses sight of the puck, that's what they got to do. Up ahead with it now, Heacock. Heacock is knocked down, and no penalty call at the blue line. That looked like a pretty clear trip, but no penalty called, and Northbrook will recover in their own zone. Thrown forward off the stick of Zanders. Chasing it down will be Matthew Davis. Davis up off the boards, up to center ice. looking for Clutch. That pass underneath the stick of Johnson.
Good to see Davis up and running out there on the ice. He was a little shaken up in that first period.
Yeah, he got knocked down hard. There's Heacock. Heacock takes it wide as Clutch in the middle, looking for Clutch on the backhand. Not able to get much on the pass, though. Clutch gets it here, though. Puck squirts around at the faceoff dot and skated away by Spiegel. Spiegel across the blue line. Kept in at the point. Knocked away, though, by the Leafs. Here comes Heacock now 1-on-3. Takes it wide on the backhand. Tries to stop at the dot. Clutch has it. Heacock and Clutch. And Northbrook takes it back the other way. That's Spiegel again. Spiegel up ahead to Silverman out of his reach. Leafs will regain possession. Indirect pass off the boards. Misses everybody. And Plashivoy plays it forward. Puck thrown into the crease area, and we are going to have a penalty called here on Northbrook for, I believe, a trip. So the Leafs are going to go on the man advantage with 9.5 left to go in the second period. 1-0. Or are they not calling a penalty?
No, they were. I saw the arm up.
Okay, yeah. Spiegel goes to the box here for a trip. It looked like they were going to have the face-off outside the zone, so it was throwing me for a second. But they do bring it into the zone to the left of Martyr. Draws one back to the point. One-timer deflects off a skate and goes wide. That shot from the point by Evan Farrell behind the net. That's Imsey. Imsey throws it looking for D'Souza. Back to the point. Shot in. Brody Fetterman. Angarola puts it back towards the net. Backhanded down low. Where Fetterman tries the other side. Has it sticked away. That's D'Souza. D'Souza walks in. Shot misses the net. Bree has it behind the net again. Tries the wraparound pass. Northbrook is able to get the puck out to center ice. Farrell sweeps it away for Tripto. D'Souza, nice move there by Bree D'Souza. Takes that thing wide. Has Imsey looking for Imsey. Pass isn't connected. And Northbrook comes out with the puck. 1-on-2 in the near corner. D'Souza backhands it towards the net. She gets it back on her forehand. The shot in. Doesn't make it in. Hits a body and stops. So D'Souza and Fetterman now down low. Comes out the other side where Northbrook tries to flip it out. They can't. Good skate work there by the Leafs to keep the puck in at the far half boards. Behind the net now, the Bluehawks.
Yeah, I think that was Jacob Johnson keeping that in on the far boards.
Backhanded up and kept in at the point. There is Jacob Johnson there. Johnson with the shot. And the body save by Martyr. So good shift there by Jacob Johnson.
Yeah, he went from far boards to near boards to keep that puck in play, and he was able to get a shot out of it.
He kept the puck in at one point, came down to the other point, was able to play the puck and get a shot on goal. Faceoff's going to come to the right now of Dylan Martyr with 24 seconds left on the penalty. 8 minutes exactly left here in period number 2.
Good power play for the Leafs, though. They've had plenty of zone time.
Yeah, they've been in the zone almost the entire time. It's Eastman down low. Eastman knocked off the puck. He gets it back, though, below the red line. Behind the net now. Back to the point. That's Davis. Davis goes D to D. Over to Zanders. Zanders with the shot that whistles wide. Puck is in the paint. Deflected just wide by wide open net.
He lost his stick.
Yep, goalie without a stick. The puck is kept in there by the Leafs for the moment.
He was able to gather it up just now. Power play over.
Power play up, back to the point. Davis whistles it back down to the near half boards, put back to the point. Zanders just backhands it into the corner where Jacob Johnson will play it. Johnson battling 1-on-2. Northbrook able to take it away. Kept right back in by Zanders. So the puck has been in the Northbrook defensive zone now for about 3 straight minutes. Matthew Davis. Two skaters to his side down here in the near corner. Back to the point. Turned around, kept right back in. Here comes Martin, loses possession of it, and Northbrook finally able to at least get the puck out of their own zone, if not maintain possession. Zanders turns around, comes right back the other way with it, though. Zanders down low. Zanders tries to tuck it. He gets it through. Ford Zanders, beautiful individual effort, Eric. Comes in off the boards, tucks it in, and we're tied at 1.
Pretty goal there for the Leafs. They get the equalizer. You kind of felt it was coming there with the amount of time they spent in the zone on the power play. And then even after the power play was over, they were still able to get some offensive pressure, and they cash in with the goal.
Yeah, that was a nice, you said it. I mean, they kept the puck in at the point on multiple occasions. Northbrook was finally able to get the puck out of the zone, but Zanders turns it around the other way. And that was a nice move by Ford as well to tuck that puck in the near post. Here comes D'Souza the other way. D'Souza with the shot into the waiting body of Dylan Martyr. So the Leafs starting to tilt the ice here a little bit in the second period, Eric.
They are, I think maybe they built off a little momentum, killing off that major, and then getting that power play really helped jumpstart their offense.
Face-off won by D'Souza. Back to the point. There's Zanders again. That shot whistles wide. Get it back to the point. It comes out of the zone. Tipped forward by Silverman.
Nice job, Zanders, getting back, creating an opportunity.
Looked like a misholding call there on Northbrook as the Leafs were trying to break into the zone. Puck scaled around the near side. Loicano has the puck. Nice little dangle, walks in. Loicano shot, save made by Suchecki. I don't think Suchecki even knew where that puck was, but he made the save. Puck bounces out to center ice. Heacock tries to take it wide into the offensive zone on Fetterman. Puck is out front. Clutch has it close with the shot, and the save is made by Martyr. Back to the point. Tripto tries to keep it in and can't. Loicano feathers it to Silverman. Very pretty pass there. Turn around and whipped into the offensive zone for Northbrook. Farrell for the Leafs. 5 minutes left in the second period. Up off the boards. Misses Clutch. Shot from the point. Right pad save, and it bounces out in front of the net where it's cleaned up by the Leafs and cleared out by the Leafs. Heacock now 2-on-2. A Clutch with him. The shot in goes wide. Clutch in the near corner with Pleshevoy. Back to the point. Farrell whips it towards the net. It's knocked down there, and Loicano now comes out with it.
See, good job there by Dugalek. Closed up his legs so that one wouldn't get between him and creating a nice wall to prevent that puck from getting on net.
So offsides called. Face-off going to come just outside of the Northbrook zone. 4.5 minutes left to go in the second period. A 1-1 the score. First period goal by Ethan Spiegel. Ford Zanders ties it up in the second. Across the blue line with it is Imsey. Imsey with the shot, whistles it wide. Back to the point, put towards the net, knocked down before it gets to goal. And Northbrook comes the other direction. That's Strakowski. Strakowski throws it forward. And that's number 98, who I don't have on my roster. Puts it through the paint. Strakowski down in the far corner, battling with the Leafs. Comes out with it. It's behind the net. The Leafs gain control. Up ahead, kept in and tipped out nicely by the Leafs. Strakowski again.
Maybe someone on our stream knows who 98 is. I wonder if it's their backup goalie.
Maybe. So we don't have a number for him.
Right.
That puck whistles wide of the far post.
That would be Gabriel Harris if that is the case.
Zanders with the puck at the near point off a shin guard and down low. Imsey and Dugalek down there. Wraparound attempt. Squirts into the far corner where it's backhanded up but not out, kept in by the Leafs, right in front of the Leafs bench. Jacob Johnson down there for the Leafs. He comes out with it. Knocked away from him. Northbrook comes the other direction now as we're under 3 minutes left here in the second period. Northbrook into the offensive zone, backhanded towards the slot area, but the Leafs will knock it away, and here comes Ford Zanders again. Zanders walks in, Zanders dangles, shot, score! Wow! Ford Zanders, a couple of individual efforts in this one to give his team a 2-1 lead, and that was pretty.
Yeah, another pretty goal there by Zanders, and just picking that puck up high between the circles in his own zone, skating all the way through, blowing past a couple defensemen, and putting it past goalkeeper Martyr. 2-1 lead for the Leafs.
Yeah, Ford Zanders, 2 goals here in the second period. Both of them very pretty goals to give his team the lead. Face off 1, whistled down for an offsides, 2:27 left. So Northbrook jumped out early in the first period with a goal. Last 2 goals scored by the Leafs. They take a 2-1 lead as we approach the end of the middle period. Tripto behind his gets the puck up out into center ice. D'Souza puts it for Eastman. Puck up on edge. Eastman puts it towards the goal, hits a skate, bounces through the crease or through the slot. Northbrook will come out with it. Silverman knocked off the puck. Up ahead now to Martin. Martin digging for it with Spiegel. Back to Plashivoy. Plashivoy behind the net. Slings it around, kept in by Farrell for the moment, but Northbrook will take that one away. Out into center ice, it eludes everybody. And Loicano down there with Tripto. Silverman behind the net. Silverman tries to wrap around through the paint and out the other side. Up to the point, and it makes its way out. D'Souza tries to stick handle around Fetterman and can't. Martin now across the blue line with it. Martin walks in. Martin top of the faceoff dot. Shot, save made by Martyr. And a whistle and a faceoff to the left of Dylan Martyr with 1:23 left to go here in the second period.
Yeah, Dylan Martyr is going to need to be called upon here and come up big for the Bluehawks. They trail 2-1, but if he can make some big saves and kind of generate some momentum for the Bluehawks, so that they can get back on the offensive end to tie this up. This is a really good game. 2-1 here late in the second.
Yeah, Strakowski and Johnson on the draw to the left of Martyr. Draws one by the Leafs. They bang it down deep where Northbrook will take possession. Underneath the skates and stick of Davis. Comes out to center ice. Strakowski, one-on-one. Strakowski stick handles through on the backhand. Good back check there by Josh Heacock to keep Strakowski from walking in all alone, and that's going to be a penalty on Jacob Johnson for hitting from behind. The arm is up. We're just waiting on the Leafs to touch up. They touch up. There is the whistle. So Northbrook will go on the man advantage. He had cross-check hitting from behind.
There was a holding call that wasn't called just prior to that some of the Bluehawks fans were yelling about, but a penalty nonetheless comes to the Leafs.
We have 2 officials on the ice and about 85 up here in the stands with us. So
of course we do.
Face-off's going to come to the right of Kyle Suchecki, and a 2-1 hockey game. Big opportunity here for Northbrook, an offensive zone draw with a man advantage. Under a minute left here in the second period as they look to get this thing even. Puck is slung around, kept in at the far half boards by Northbrook. Put in off the mask, I think, of Suchecki, but he's able to make the save. That's Spiegel down low with it. Spiegel works the puck out. Spiegel in. Bad angle shot. Whistles wide back at the point. Plashivoy misplays it. Kept in by Spiegel, though. 23 seconds. And flipped forward. See who can get to it first. That's going to be Strakowski. Gets it to Loicano. Loicano up into center ice. Looking for Spiegel. Loicano here with 5 seconds left. Takes it wide. Has it knocked away from him, and that will do it for second period action. So the Leafs come into the second period down 1-0. They go into the third period up 2-1.
Very good period there for the Leafs. Obviously, Ford Sanders with a pair of goals and of the artistic variety for sure.
Yeah, those individual efforts coast to coast. The Northern Illinois Hockey League is the largest youth hockey league in Illinois and one of the largest in the country. It is made up of over 50 travel hockey organizations. Almost all the clubs are from Illinois, with a few from Indiana, Iowa, Missouri, and Wisconsin. This is the 53rd season of play in the Northern Illinois Hockey League. The NIHL member organizations field Tier 2 travel teams that compete in the squirt, peewee, bantam, and midget age groups defined by USA Hockey. The league also offers all girls hockey divisions each season. NIHL will partner with the Chicago Blackhawks to hold the league's NIHL Blackhawks tournament at the conclusion of this season. For more information about NIHL and its programs, please contact Bob After, the NIHL president, or visit the website at nihil.info. So the first couple minutes are going to be pretty important here in this third period, Eric. Northbrook, it's going to be a man up for a minute 12. And this is a good a time as any for them to get this thing even.
Yeah, I think the face-off for the Leafs to start the third period is probably going to be a key component here because it's at center ice, whereas you're not in your offensive zone. So if you can win that draw, you can kill a pretty good chunk of that penalty.
Right. You get the puck across the red line, get it deep, and probably kill 20 or 30 seconds at a minimum, just getting Northbrook to chase the puck down.
Yep.
So the teams will switch sides once again. Leafs are going to be going left to right on your radio dial, while Northbrook will be going right to left. It's Loicano against D'Souza. Brie D'Souza has been on pretty much every single draw for the Leafs. Loicano wins it walking forward, but walks himself in offsides for a quick whistle. Draws one again by Northbrook. Farrell has it. Back to the blue line. Ooh, no offsides call. That looked like pretty clear offsides, but nothing doing. So fortunate for Northbrook. Spiegel has it shot wide of that near post. So the puck bounces through and somehow stays out of the net. And
we missed a cross-check there by the Leafs.
Missed a cross-check by the net, missed an offsides, and we ended up with John Loicano in the back of the net is what we ended up with.
Wow.
That was a wild sequence. The missed offsides by the official allowed Northbrook to set up in the offensive zone. That shot missed the net, bounced off the dasher, came back through the legs of Kyle Suchecki in the paint. Loicano was cross-checked down, and the net came off the moorings, and Loicano ended up in the back of the net. So 40 seconds left now on the man advantage.
So the Bluehawks parents don't like the non-cross-check call, and obviously the missed offsides call was not a favorite of the Leafs fans.
Right. So right now nobody likes the Zebras, which is unfortunate.
But par for the course.
Right. Back to the point kept in by Fetterman. Angarola is able to swipe it out of the zone. Down to 13 seconds left on the man advantage. 1 minute gone here in period number 3. Thrown forward just out of the reach of Loicano. Gets it right back, though. Knocked away and does come out of the zone, and they missed another offsides.
Penalty just expired.
Officials are having a difficult time with the offsides calls here in this one. They've missed 3 or 4 at this point. Johnson, just out of the box, has the puck.
Well, it's more of a theory, Aaron.
Yes, offsides-ish. Puck sitting in the faceoff dot, put forward. Spiegel will come out with it. Spiegel slings it into the Leafs zone where Loicano will go and chase it down. Down there with Davis. Strakowski now. Loicano and Strakowski Into the slot area, tries to backhand it towards the goal. That was Sorial. The Leafs now come the other way. Josh Heacock. Strakowski and Heacock, a pair of 19s battling.
Yeah, they got to be careful there with a player down on the ice.
Johnson walks in.
Whoa.
Shot save made by Martyr. For a quick whistle with 9:45 left to go here in the third period.
Tight game. Leafs probably didn't think it would be this close. And the Bluehawks just doing a strong job.
So Thomas, who's a member of the Bluehawks, who apparently is homesick today as well, informs us that number 98 is Joshua Thurlow. So Thomas, thank you very much.
Oh, because he's 0 here.
He's
okay,
0, yep.
Got
so
it.
You, Thomas, you get better as well, and thank you for your help.
Appreciate that.
Appreciate that. So Joshua Thurlow, number 98. Leafs with an opportunity. Turned around and slung into the near corner. Banged around. And there is number 98, Joshua Thurlow with the puck.
Give him his props.
That's right. Puck up ahead to Sorial. Sorial with some speed has got Tripto bearing down on him. Nice defense by Tripto to force Sorial wide. So that's Johnson and Thurlow, the two guys out there with no names on their jerseys. Out the other side with a Tripto. Tripto up ahead to Clutch. Stefan Clutch, 2-on-2 with Heacock. Clutch across the offensive zone, puts the shot in. Nice right pad save. Puck is pinned up against the far post as Dylan Martyr goes flat on his belly to make the save.
We saw a lot of that in the first game, both goalkeepers.
Yeah, we saw some flopping around down there in the first game. These two goalies a little bit more stand-up-ish.
Yeah.
8:48 left to go here in the third period. 2-1 Leafs with the lead. A pair of second period goals by Ford Zanders. Turned a 1-0 deficit into a 2-1 lead. Puck put towards the goal. It's behind the net. It's Eastman. Eastman tries the backhand. In flip shot there by Regan Martin. D'Souza tries to get it towards goal. She can't. It's knocked out of the zone, and Zanders now up off the boards. Tapped forward, a potential 2-on-1 here for Northbrook. Strakowski has it sticked away from him. High slot area shot by Spiegel, sticked away nicely by Suchecki. Very calm on that stick save, Kyle Suchecki. Strakowski again puts it towards Spiegel again. Nothing doing, and coming out the other way will be Blake Eastman down the near side. Eastman gets it into the offensive zone, takes it down low, puts it out front, shot, save made by Martyr off the stick of Bree D'Souza. Great opportunity for Bree.
Again, we talked about Martyr having to come up big for the Bluehawks to give him a chance. He's been doing that.
That shot there by Silverman will go wide. Comes around to the near side. Dugalek down low, and we're going to have a penalty called here.
Yeah, we got that one called for sure. Dangerous.
Yeah.
Because now we got a player up against the boards getting
That's
back
Davis
to
again.
his feet.
That's Davis again. He's been banged around.
He's
here
had a
in
rough
this
go
one.
of it.
Yeah. It's flexing that left leg a little bit. And I think that's going to be Spiegel going to the box here for the trip. So the Leafs will go a man up for the next 2 minutes with 7:28 left to go in the hockey game. So the Leafs looking to give themselves a little bit of breathing room here on this power play.
I like what the ref did, had a conversation with Spiegel before he administered the penalty to the official.
Yeah, that's important at this level, Eric, is to not only call the game, but explain to the kids why you're calling it and why that play was called.
Right.
So they have the penalty up on the wrong side, but that's fine. We know what's going on.
Well, I can't claim that myself.
They have it up on the Leaf side of the board, but it is indeed a Northbrook penalty. Northbrook gets it into the neutral zone. Angarola, Rustin Angarola down low. He's knocked down heavy into the boards, bounces right back up though. And Northbrook skates it out. Sorial with Tripto hounding him. Shot Off the stick of Loicano, deflects wide. Jacob Johnson now comes out the other side with it. Out into the neutral zone with 6.5 left to go. Northbrook able to clear it out. Davis has it knocked away by Loicano. Loicano and Imsey bang into each other. Puck comes out to center ice. Sorial again throws it to the blue line, right onto the stick of Zanders. Ford Zanders, we've seen this a couple of times already today. Zanders gonna be the first one on it down low, has it sticked away by number 11, Brody Fetterman. Fetterman tries to work it out, he can't. Kept in by D'Souza. D'Souza's knocked down.
Oh,
that's Heacock.
Nice move there.
Heacock taking a tour of the attacking zone, knocked away from him, and we're going to have another penalty called here on Northbrook for tripping. So Heacock, showing that skill with the puck on his stick. He draws a penalty.
I think it's slashing.
Loicano is going to go to the box. So for 21 seconds, yep, it's a slash for 21 seconds. The Leafs are going to have a 5-on-3, and I think we're going to have a quick timeout called here by the Leafs to discuss what they want to do here. An offensive zone draw.
Yep.
2-player advantage for 21 seconds. So we talk about the face-off battle. This is a huge face-off for both teams.
It really is. With the Leafs, as you mentioned, a 2-man advantage right now, a chance to go up by 2. For the Bluehawks, you got a chance here. If you kill this off, gain some momentum from it. We are getting late in the third period, but if they can get back to even strength, all it takes is one.
All it takes is one. 2-1 the score. So the first goal of the game scored by Northbrook in that first period. Ethan Spiegel gave the Bluehawks a 1-0 lead at the end of the first period, but 2 second period goals on 2 really pretty individual efforts by Ford Zanders would give the Leafs a 2-1 lead, and that's where we stand.
Don't you love how 2 games can be completely different, but they're still very entertaining games? That first game turned into a shootout, and up and down the ice. This one tightly contested. It's only 2-1, but everything's in the balance right here late in the third period, just like it was in the first game.
Yeah, absolutely. 7-5 that first game as the Leafs 10U team defeated the Vipers 10U 7-5. So a much tighter defensive battle here, 2-1 in the third period, but just as entertaining nonetheless.
Yeah.
3 skaters out there for Northbrook, 5 for the Leafs for the next 21 seconds.
Here's where Martyr has to come up big once more, keep his team within 1.
That looks like Strakowski against who's going to be taking the draw for the Leafs. I imagine it's going to be Bree D'Souza. Nope, doesn't look like it's going to be Bree D'Souza. It looks like maybe Jacob Johnson. Yep. Jacob Johnson against Tyler Strakowski here on the offensive zone draw for the Leafs with 5:49 left to go in the third period, 21 seconds left on the 2-man advantage for the Leafs. Draw is 1 forward. And I don't know if that was a drawn up play, but that almost worked to perfection for the Leafs. The draw 1 forward to Blake Eastman, who was waiting by that far post, just couldn't tuck it home. Eastman now walks into the offensive zone with it.
5-on-4.
5-on-4, slings it off the stick. D'Souza has it on the near half board, so the Bluehawks are able to kill off the 5-on-3, and they skate out with it 1-on-1, 2-on-1. That's Spiegel and Strakowski up ahead to Strakowski. Strakowski and shot, beautiful left pad save by Kyle Sucheski on the shorthanded 2-on-1 bid, keeping this thing 2-1. Best save of the game so far. Puck in now on Dylan Martyr, and the puck is still loose. Backhanded to D'Souza. D'Souza puts the backhand forward, a deflection shot, and another save by Martyr.
Another penalty on the Bluehawks.
And that was an after the whistle penalty too, Eric.
Yeah.
As Martyr had that puck covered. You got to be self-aware of what's going on out there. So going to the box, I believe that's Spiegel, number 88, going right back to the box.
No, that was Karlstrom.
Oh,
Trevor
82. Okay,
Yeah.
Trevor Karlstrom going to the box.
Yeah.
So now a 5-on-3 for almost a full minute here for the Leafs.
Yeah.
As Northbrook shooting himself in the foot here a little bit late in the third period.
Yeah, this is where you want to get your emotions a little bit under control. I know things were contested around the net, but you're trailing by one. You can't afford to be shorthanded again.
Yeah, you got to be smart about what's going on out there. Here comes Spiegel, 1-on-5, skates it wide, puts the puck wide of the near post. Martin to get things started for the Leafs. Put forward, taken away by Spiegel. Spiegel hacks at it. Coming the other way, Josh Heacock. Heacock 1-on-2. Heacock to Martin. Martin, nice right pad save there by Martyr. Kicks it into the corner. Good rebound control by Dylan Martyr.
Yep.
Back to the point. Hard shot from the point. Shot is sort of an off-speed shot there off the stick of Reagan Martin in on Dylan Martyr for the save. So 14 seconds now left on the two-man advantage, a minute 21 left on the second penalty, or I guess the second of 3 consecutive penalties here on the Northbrook Bluehawks, who are trying to snap an extended losing streak. They're going to need at least one here in the next 4:03. That one was split the defense, and Triptow has to recover at center ice. Spiegel now 1-on-1. He's going in on Triptow. 5 white defenders around him. Somehow manages to get the puck all the way in on Suchecki, and Kyle's forced to make the save. So impressive there by Ethan Spiegel, battling 5 white jerseys to get that shot on goal.
And he kept hacking at it until the whistle sounds, so that's what you're supposed to do.
Yep. All right, so Bluehawks back to 4 skaters on the ice. Only Trevor Karlstrom still in the box for a minute and 5 seconds. Draws one by the Leafs, but it's kept in by Fetterman for a second. Comes out to center ice. Other direction. Here comes Eastman. Eastman walks in all alone. Eastman in, and are we gonna have that? Could be a penalty shot, Eric. No, they're just gonna call a trip. But Eastman was walking in all alone. That could. Oh, there. It looks like they're gonna talk about it here, Eric. They're going to talk about this. It's either going to be a tripping penalty or a penalty shot, as Blake Eastman was in all alone. And it looks like it's just going to be a trip. But that was borderline. That could have gone either way. So once again, the Bluehawks are going to be 2 skaters down.
Well, and here's the situation with the Bluehawks. They really didn't. With the amount of time they had after the original penalties, if they just focused on killing the penalty, they were taking a lot of chances to try and tie up the score, and that's led to some of these penalties they've had to take for odd man rushes.
Yep. Northbrook has been shorthanded now for about the last 4 or 5 minutes, and they're going to be 2 men down again for the next 46. Sanders with the shot, doesn't make it in.
That's where Dylan Martyr has to be your best penalty killer.
Yep. There's Clutch. Clutch whistles that one in, and Martyr does just that by covering up. 3:18 now left to go in the third period. 36 seconds left on this 2-man advantage, the third 2-man advantage here in the third period for the Leafs. And to Northbrook's credit, they haven't broken yet. Sanders gets that shot in. Shot through into the pads of Martyr by Breed D'Souza, the hard backhand, and Martyr's able to keep those legs closed and keep that thing from squirting 5-hole. Face off now to the left of Martyr.
That good goaltender play, as we always usually do.
Yeah, for sure. Always usually. Jacob Johnson on the draw. It's won, though, by Northbrook. Tapped forward, kept in by Sanders. Here's Eastman. Eastman whistles the shot, sticked away nicely by Northbrook. Up ahead, Sanders is going to keep it in at the point, just bangs it back down low. Behind the net, Johnson puts it into the blue paint, cleared up but not out, kept in at the point by Sanders. Sanders D to D, gets it over to Clutch. Clutch with the hard slap shot, goes wide, rebound through the crease, and Northbrook's back to 4 skaters on the ice again. We'll see if they can get this thing 5-on-5. Loicano comes out now. Nice little self pass, tries to get through Zanders and he can't. Clutch comes forward with it, 3-on-1. Clutch across the blue line and pass, maybe not really sure where he was on the ice as he fired that pass forward to Bree D'Souza, but nothing. That one. Thurlow flips it down in deep where Tripto will take over. 2 minutes left, 35 seconds left, the power play. Collision behind the net. D'Souza now. Bree D'Souza out of her own zone, out into the neutral zone with some speed. Bree D'Souza across the blue line. Nice stick check by Northbrook, and they come the other direction.
2-on-1, 2-on-2.
Loicano down there with Spiegel. Loicano gets around one defender. Loicano takes it deep. Knocked away by Tripto, who's played pretty good defensively here today. Puck into the paint. Nobody knows where it is. And that's going to do it on the power plays. Finally, if you're a Bluehawk fan, that's about 7 minutes of power plays that Northbrook had to kill off. Farrell flips it along the boards, looking for Imsey. Dylan Imsey. Back down low to Farrell. Farrell behind the net. Flips it around the far side. Heacock just turns around, tries to fire it out. He can't, but gets another opportunity and will skate it out this time. Puts it into space. We're down to the final minute into the offensive zone. That's Karlstrom. Karlstrom walks in, centers it, nobody there. Angarola now up to the blue line and out. Heacock comes down 1-on-4, taken away by Northbrook, taken right back. Angarola puts the shot in, save made by Martyr. I'm surprised Northbrook, Eric, didn't pull Dylan Martyr when the puck was down in the offensive zone here.
Good point. Yep, that's a good point.
Because now they're all the way in their own zone with a defensive zone draw.
And we'll get a timeout now to talk about that.
So 42 and a half seconds left. The Leafs with a 2-1 lead. Northbrook got on the board first. A goal by Ethan Spiegel. 2 second period goals by Ford Zanders. And since that point, we've seen some fantastic goaltending here. Second half of the second period and all the way through in the third period by Kyle Suchecki and Dylan Martyr of Northbrook.
Yeah, so we haven't called Suchecki's name as much as Martyr, obviously, but he's come up with some big saves when needed as well. So, again, very good goaltending play from Martyr and Suchecki. Very entertaining game, 2-1, and coming down to the final minute.
Yeah, and again, I talked at the beginning of the game, Eric, how Northbrook, with their record the way it is, their seeding is pretty much set where they are. But, again, some good things you can take out of this game. They just killed off the bad. You start with the bad, which is we committed penalty after penalty after penalty after penalty. But the good from that is you were able to kill off about 7 minutes of penalties, including half of that as a 5-on-3 without giving up a single goal. So good special teams work by Northbrook once they found themselves shorthanded. This faceoff's going to come to the right of Dylan Martyr. 42.4 left to go here in game 2 of this NIHL Game of the Week doubleheader powered by Stream Sports Midwest. Eric Willowite, myself, Aaron Schellen. Hope you're enjoying today's action. Jacob Johnson wins the draw. Northbrook, though, comes the other way with it. Loicano has it taken away. Goalie Martyr is trying to make his way out. He falls down. Eastman across the blue line. Eastman with the shot, and he hits the empty net. And the Leafs apparently look like they're going to put this one away, Eric, as that was chaos in that 15 or 20 second period, 15 or 20 second span there. The Leafs have extended their lead to 2. It's 3-1.
Well, and I think that was all Eastman who did the sweep check to knock the puck off the stick at the blue line, and then he got it back and put it into the empty net.
He did a nice job. He was accurate. You know, it was a long shot, but he was able to get that thing in on net. Down to the final 20. Here comes Johnson. Jacob Johnson knocked away from him by Plashivoy. Along the near half boards, down to the final 10 seconds now. So the Leafs are going to win their 6th game of the seeding round, while Northbrook will fall to 1-9. A couple of very entertaining hockey games today, Eric. And you said it earlier that one of them was of the high-scoring variety. This one a little bit closer, a little bit tighter to the vest, but still two very entertaining hockey games. The Leafs emerge victorious in both of them.
Yeah,
the 10U's win 7-5. The 12U's win here 3-1.
They win a doubleheader of hockey here on the NIHL TV network. But you're absolutely right, Aaron. These are both very entertaining games. And this one coming down to the wire, as you said, it was like a fire drill out there. You see Martyr trying to get to his net.
He falls down, tries to get back.
Trying so hard, but a great play by Eastman to secure the empty netter. Good effort, though, from both teams. Bluehawks didn't look like a team that had lost 8 in a row.
No, they played really, really well in this one. Just come up a little bit short. So that's going to do it for our NIHL Game of the Week doubleheader here from West Dundee. Game 1, the Leafs 10 and under team defeat the Vipers by the final score of 7-5. Game 2 here just ended as the 12 and unders defeat the Northbrook Bluehawks by the final score of 3-1. So once again, thank you so much for joining Eric and I this morning for Breakfast with NIHL here on the NIHL TV network. For my partner, Eric Willowhite, my name is Aaron Challen. I hope you have a great rest of your weekend, everybody. Take care.